Coach Stephanie White of the Indiana Fever goes on the Good Follow podcast and talks about Caitlyn Clark's development, her techs for next season, at least like what she wants them to be, and
Caitlyn Clark of the Indiana Fever. Recently, Coach Stephanie White appeared on a captivating episode of the Good Follow podcast, where she unveiled a transformative blueprint for elevating Clark's game in the upcoming season. This isn't just a tweak here or there. It's a complete overhaul of Clark's skill set, designed to propel her from a standout rookie to an unstoppable force in the league. From her physical transformation to her on-court unpredictability, Coach White's vision is nothing short of revolutionary. If you're as excited about Caitlyn Clark's journey as we are, hit that subscribe button, type CC100% in the comments, and let's explore the details of this game-changing strategy together. A viral moment sparks the conversation.
Watching Stephanie White talk about Caitlyn Clark's development, it was very fascinating to get her take on it as an actual coach.
Let's start with the image that set the internet ablaze. If you've been anywhere near social media lately, you've likely seen that viral photo of Caitlyn Clark. In it, she's flexing muscles that look like they belong on a superhero, her physique radiating strength and determination. Fans went wild speculating whether this jaw-dropping transformation was real or the work of AI wizardry. Was it a cleverly edited snapshot or a testament to Clark's off-season grind? The debate raged on until Coach Stephanie White stepped in to set the record straight during her Good Follow podcast appearance. When asked point-blank about the photo, White didn't hesitate. "Those muscles? 100% real," she confirmed with a smile, dispelling any notions of digital trickery. No AI, no Photoshop, just Caitlyn's hard work in the gym. This revelation sent shockwaves through the basketball community, not just because it confirmed Clark's physical evolution, but because it underscored her relentless commitment to improving every facet of her game.
I already know that Caitlyn has put on some strength and muscle. She had that viral picture.
Yeah, you saw that.
Like a comic book hero unveiling a new power, Clark's transformation is a signal to the WNBA. She's coming back stronger, tougher, and ready to dominate. This viral moment is more than just a photo. It's a symbol of Clark's dedication. The muscle definition showcased in that image reflects countless hours of strength training, a direct response to the challenges she faced during her rookie season. WNBA defenders, known for their physicality, often overpowered Clark, throwing her off balance and disrupting her rhythm. Coach White identified this as a critical area for growth, and Clark took it to heart. The result? A player who's not just physically stronger but mentally fortified, ready to hold her own against the league's most formidable opponents. The rookie challenges. A foundation for growth. To understand the magnitude of Clark's transformation, we need to rewind to her rookie season with the Indiana Fever. As a first-year player, Clark dazzled fans with her electrifying playstyle, long-range jumpers, lightning-fast drives, and a knack for making the impossible look routine. But the WNBA is a different beast compared to college basketball. Defenders in the pros are bigger, faster, and more strategic, and they quickly zeroed in on Clark's tendencies. One of the biggest hurdles Clark faced was the sheer physicality of the league. Opposing players used their strength to muscle her off her spots, particularly when she drove to the basket or fought for position. This physical disadvantage often left her out of sync during crucial moments, with defenders capitalizing on her predictable movements. Coach White, a seasoned tactician, recognized that building Clark's strength was non-negotiable. "The level of physicality in the WNBA is on another level," White explained on the podcast. "Teams were deliberately trying to keep her off balance, and we knew we had to address that."
Aspects of her game would you like to work with her on for this season?
Yeah, I mean, certainly getting stronger was one. You know, the level of physicality in the W is totally different. That's the way that teams have to try to keep her off balance.
But physicality wasn't the only issue. As the season progressed, another challenge emerged: predictability. Clark's go-to moves, driving right to attack the basket and stepping back left for her signature jumper, became a blueprint for opposing defenses. It was like handing them a playbook titled How to Stop Caitlyn Clark. By the latter half of the season, veteran defenders were anticipating her every move, overplaying her right-hand drives and crowding her step-back shots. Late-season statistics tell the story. In her final 10 games, defenders contested Clark's step-back jumper 22% more frequently than in her first 10 games, a clear sign that her offensive patterns had been decoded. This predictability wasn't just a minor inconvenience, it was a roadblock to Clark's potential. In the WNBA, where margins are razor-thin, Giving opponents an edge can be the difference between a highlight reel play and a turnover. Coach White saw this as a pivotal opportunity for growth, not just to tweak Clark's game, but to reinvent it entirely. "We're not just making small adjustments," White said. "We're diversifying her skill set to make her unpredictable, unstoppable, and a nightmare for defenses." The master plan: reinventing Caitlyn Clark coach.
A low center of gravity. There are times where she plays a little bit upright, making sure core strength and her ability to move with time under tension and stay in a low center of gravity is important. Lateral movement, like one of the
Clark's commitment to this process is reminiscent of some of the all-time greats. White even drew a comparison to NBA legend Kobe Bryant, known for his obsessive dedication to perfecting his craft. "Caitlyn's a perfectionist," White said. "She's not just learning. She's mastering these skills with a focus that's rare even among elite athletes." This Kobe-like mentality is a game changer, ensuring that every rep in the gym translates to on-court impact. Breaking the predictability. Trap if physicality was Clark's first hurdle, predictability was her second. Last season, her reliance on right-hand drives and left-side stepbacks became a glaring liability. Defenders armed with scouting reports knew exactly what to expect. "It was like a chess match where they had all our moves figured out," White admitted. "We can't let that happen again." To counter this, White is diversifying Clark's offensive arsenal, starting with her ambidexterity. The goal is to make Clark equally lethal going left or right, eliminating the one-sided tendencies that defenders exploited. "We're working on her left hand finishing at the rim," White revealed. "Whether it's crossbody finishes, floaters, or euros, we want her to have a full toolbox of moves."
Just that we're coming to her with right away is on the defensive end of the floor. Use your size, use your length. You've got to that's got to be a priority, right? That's got to be a priority to play both ends, because we don't have to.
Picture this. Clark drives downhill, a defender shading her right side, expecting the usual. Instead, she executes a slick Euro step, shifts to her left hand, and lays the ball in with finesse. That single moment of hesitation from the defender is all Clark needs to create separation and score. By mastering these new techniques, she's not just adding moves, she's rewriting the scouting report on herself. White's emphasis on versatility extends beyond dribbling and finishing. She's introducing entirely new elements to Clark's game, like the Euro step, which caught even the podcast hosts by surprise. "I'd never thought of Caitlyn Clark doing a Euro step," one host admitted. "But now that I hear it, it makes perfect sense." This move, combined with Clark's enhanced strength, could unlock a new level of creativity in her game, making her a highlight machine in ways we haven't seen before. The early signs are encouraging. White noted that Clark is already showing significant progress with her left hand, a development that will force defenders to rethink their approach. "Once she's truly ambidextrous, the possibilities are endless," White said. "Defenders won't know which way to lean, and that split second of uncertainty is all Caitlyn needs to take over."
I think from just a straight basketball perspective, making sure that we help her diversify, her finishing ability, diversify.
Mastering off-ball movement. While Clark's ball-handling wizardry is her calling card, White's plan includes a surprising twist, making her a lethal off-ball threat. Last season, Clark's impact waned in the fourth quarter, largely due to fatigue. As her legs tired, her shots fell short, and the Fever's offense became stagnant. White pinpointed this as a critical issue, but her solution isn't just about resting Clark. It's about redefining her role on the court. "We need to find ways to get her rest while she's still on the floor," White explained. "That means playing her off the ball, using her as a screener, and getting her into action on the third and fourth sides of the court." This strategy is inspired by teams like the Golden State Warriors, who use Steph Curry's off-ball movement to create chaos for defenses.
Because everybody knows, the thing with Caitlyn that made her so good was that everyone knows what she's doing and they can't stop it. If she's going left, she wants to shoot the step back. If she goes right.
When a shooter of Clark's caliber sets screens or cuts through the lane, it forces opponents into impossible decisions. Consider the dilemma. If defenders switch on a screen set by Clark, she can exploit a mismatch against a slower big. If they fight through the screen, the player she's screening for gets an open look. Either way, the defense is compromised, and Clark's presence creates opportunities without her needing to touch the ball. "We know how great she is with the ball in her hands," White said. "But we're diversifying how we use her to keep defenses guessing." This approach also addresses Clark's stamina concerns. By reducing her role as the primary ball handler in certain situations, White ensures that Clark stays fresh for crunch time. Last season, teams knew exactly where she'd be, either at the top of the key or in the corner, White noted. We're changing that. She'll be moving, cutting, and popping up in places they don't expect. The beauty of this strategy is its long-term impact. By developing Clark's off-ball game, White is transforming her into a versatile offensive weapon who can thrive in multiple roles. This isn't just about surviving a 40-minute game. It's about building a career that cements Clark as one of the all-time greats. Elevating defensive impact while much of the focus has been on Clark's offense, White is equally committed to improving her defense. In her rookie season, Clark's defensive limitations were evident. Her upright stance and lack of lateral quickness made it difficult to stay with quicker guards, and opponents often targeted her in pick-and-roll situations.
And yes, there are times that she can kind of fade away a bit over the right shoulder, or she can make a kind of move going right and slow down, speed up. She's very, very good, quick first step and run